CQUniversity prides itself on attracting diverse students, and this is one of our recognised strengths. However, what this can mean is that the students who come from backgrounds that don't see them well prepared to go to university may struggle with the requirements of the assessment that we ask them to do in our first year courses. For low SES students and other students with markers of disadvantage, assessment can act as a gatekeeping function and can ruin the success that they're looking for in their first year courses. We have investigated the perspectives of first year students as to their assessment experiences, both with the tasks that they've got to complete and with the support that's available to them to successfully complete their assessment tasks in their first year units. This series of videos presents findings from the Supporting Students Assessment Success Study, including the perspectives of a range of unit coordinators from different discipline areas who have made changes to their assessment practices in order to better support their students.
Much of our work focuses on how we can improve the student experience, particularly for those who are transitioning into university for the first time. That's particularly important for a university such as ours, where a large percentage of our students come from diverse backgrounds, including students from regional and remote backgrounds. We have students from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander backgrounds. We have a large percentage of students who have disabilities, students who are mature age, and students who are studying at a distance. We do know from national and international research that students from such diverse backgrounds often do have particular challenges, especially, for example, if you're first in family transitioning into university for the first time. We also know, for example, that students from disadvantaged backgrounds often have financial challenges and have a lot of commitments in terms of family responsibilities, perhaps cultural responsibilities, and difficulties sometimes travelling for residential schools and so on. So what can we do as a university, given the large percentage of students from diverse backgrounds? We do know that all regional universities do have particular challenges around retention of those students. And often we hear the comment that, you know, the reason students are leaving university is for factors that are beyond a university's control. Well, it may be the case that students who have financial difficulties, who have to work long hours, etc., yes, that is outside our control. But it's not outside our control to actually support those students to succeed. And our research is focused on what are those factors that help students succeed. So we do know that students studying at a distance, for example, do feel isolated. They lack a sense of belonging. And we know from students, from former students who've left the university without completing their studies, we know that some of the factors that contributed to that decision were that they felt disconnected. They felt as if their needs weren't being met or that they were unnoticed. So creating a sense of belonging and making students feel like they're missed, like they're important, that we notice that they're not engaging. And there's a lot of strategies we can employ to ensure students get that sense of connection. For example, a personal phone call to a student who doesn't appear to be engaging or is not submitting assignments can go a long way to helping to support that student. We can also be fairly creative with our feedback and assessment strategies. Sometimes students who are facing some of these challenges are overwhelmed by all of the things that are happening in their life, and sometimes more constructive feedback, formative feedback to help them to succeed in their studies can make a huge difference to those students. So the message that I have to everyone is that we can, every single staff member at this university can improve the student experience by trying to make the whole journey for the students more personalised, reaching out to students not just by email but by phone call, that personal contact, and trying to think of ways that in our feedback and assessment practices we can give students the opportunity to have formative feedback, constructive feedback, and less reliance on high stakes feedback. That way, when students experience a failure, they have plenty of opportunity to improve on their work so that they can succeed next time round.
It is really vital that in their experiences at this university, students get to engage with challenging and complicated tasks. Catering for diversity does not mean simplifying things. It means providing students with the scaffolding and support they need to take them from their current levels of knowledge and understanding to the place that they and we aspire them to get to.
We hope this short video has provided you with some insights into how the types of students who are enrolling in your units may need to be supported in their assessment. We're going to leave you with some reflection questions. What kinds of students are likely to be enrolled in the units you currently teach? What factors might potentially make university study and assessment challenging for them? How can you find out more about your students and their prior knowledge and experiences?